But I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I am tired of TERFs making a mockery of real women. Oh, what? You were born with ovaries? You bleed every month? You have XX chromosomes? Yeah, that's cute. You are pretending that you know that you are a woman when the only people here who know that for sure are the ones who have put in the work to understand themselves. The trans women. The only person making a mockery of womanhood is you, because you do not fully understand what makes you a woman.
Wowza. Right out of the gate, and we're off to the races, and this little filly wants to run. Wait, I can't actually say that, can I? Because our little friend here says she identifies as non-binary, so apologies for the filly reference. But this is how we're rolling today, friends. Women are now calling out other women because they're not as female as men who put on dresses. Since we're off to a great start, let's just keep this party going by taking a little more time to find out what other stories are trending left. And we move from one fantasy world to another, as the popular role-playing game The Sims has just released a new update that includes medical wearables, chest binders, and shapewear that can be applied to the characters. According to the Sims 4 website, you can give your character a top surgery scar, which can be applied for teens and older male Sims. So if you want your female character to look like her breasts have been removed, you can now do that. In addition, you can also have your female character wear a chest binder to look more masculine. I guess I never knew that The Sims was still a thing. Is it still a thing, apparently? Or is it now being a thing because they're like, what can we do to get people to play this game again, which was played like decades ago at this point? Oh, I know, let's just appeal to the woke agenda, and then we'll get people back on playing Sims, and let's see how that goes for them. But speaking of the agenda, let's head into the classroom where a middle school teacher in the New Jersey school district is making it very clear that her students must address her by her non-binary name and use the pronoun they, because this is what public school education has become.
What do your students call you since you're non-binary? Miko's one of my students. What do you call me, Miko?
They, them.
That's my pronouns, but what do you call me as your teacher?
Teacher Roby.
So you know my pronouns are they, them. You know that you go by, or I go by Teacher Roby. What are your pronouns?
She, her.
If a student messes up my pronouns and says she, her, or calls me Miss Roby, what do I say?
You say she or they.
Right, and then I also will remind you to call me what?
Teacher Roby.
And so now these teachers are making hostage videos. They've evolved in the TikTok world from just being them on camera, usually in their car, to them being solo in a classroom, to now having a student sit right beside them, they, he, she, it. We don't know anymore. But my question is, did that teacher get permission to have that student on camera? Because if not, goodbye, you are fired. But since the children are the future, I'd like to introduce to you, at least, to the wonderful work that is the Woke Mouse House and what they're doing to re-educate children on the topic of slavery in America. Straight from Disney Plus, get ready for millions of children around the world to believe the following is actually true.
Slaves built this country, and we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering.
And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and
white supremacy
that America was founded with and still has not atoned for.
Slaves built this country. Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons,
blacksmiths, musicians,
inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker,
Washington.
40 acres and a mule.
We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule.
We made your families rich.
From the southern plantation heirs
to the northern bankers
to the New England ship owners, the founding fathers,
former presidents,
current senators,
the Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves built this country.
We had Tubman,
Turner,
Frederick D.
Didn't they say Lincoln freed the slaves?
But slaves were men.
And women.
And only we can free ourselves.
Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools, feeding private prisons, where we become slaves again.
So much to unpack in that clip that is from The Proud Family, which again is on Disney Plus. But the long and short of this entire thing is, when is enough enough? When is it that anyone, any American in this country, you're born into this country, when is enough going to be enough for our atoning, as they say, for our history, for slavery? Because I wasn't around when slavery was a thing here in this country. And my grandparents and great-grandparents and great-grandparents weren't around either. So when is enough enough? That's it. When is it? So much could be unpacked with that whole thing. But you know what? As Nicole Hannah-Jones will be teaching your children in the future, we'll just let her do that. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this entire segment. But you can be sure there will be plenty more craziness next week. Until then, stay sane.